Right now, you are scrolling. You've been scrolling for hours. You have a massive deadline tomorrow, a test to study for or a project to finish. But you are sitting there doing absolutely nothing productive, just waiting. You are waiting for a feeling. You are waiting for motivation to arrive so you can finally start writing that first sentence. Here is a reality check. That feeling isn't coming. Motivation is not something you sit around and wait for. You don't have a focus problem. You have a design problem. Your brain is not broken. It's just responding to the environment you are sitting in. Stop waiting for inspiration to fall from the sky. Actual focus requires a specific structure, a structure that was perfected 1,000 years ago using bricks. Welcome to Imperial China. In a world without digital distractions, they still knew that the human brain is naturally undisciplined, and they built a factual, physical environment designed for one thing: zero choices. But before I show you this ancient structure that actually works, we need to understand the exact biological reason why you choose scrolling over working. Your brain has different parts that want different things. First, there is the prefrontal cortex. Let's call it the logic part. This part handles complex planning, long-term goals, and willpower. It knows you need to study for that test. It is smart, but it gets tired very, very easily. Second, there is the amygdala. Let's call it the instinctive part. This is ancient. It only cares about two things: avoiding energy spend and getting immediate rewards. It hates hard work. Your instincts evolved in a world where food was scarce. If the instinctive part saw an easy opportunity for energy, it screamed, "Take it." That instinct saved us. The problem is, your modern world is full of easy, cheap rewards, but zero natural scarcity. When logic and instinct fight, instinct usually wins because it has more energy. When you sit down to study and your logic brain says, "Let's read this chapter," your phone, just centimeters away, represents immediate gratification without any effort. Choosing to work requires using willpower from your small logic brain to resist the instinctive brain. It is a fair fight, but your willpower battery runs out quickly. When the logic part gets tired, the instinctive part takes over and chooses the easy option, the phone. Relying on willpower is a stupid strategy. The brain will always choose the path of least resistance if an easy path is available. So if willpower is weak and easy choices are everywhere, how do you get things done? You stop relying on willpower. You use what the ancient Chinese used: structure. They knew that if you want to focus, your environment must remove all easy paths. Let's travel back 1,000 years. This is the Keiju, the civil service examination. This was the stakes. Passing this massive, difficult test meant power, immense wealth, and social mobility. Failing meant disgrace and poverty. The stakes were high, but the distraction was the same. So how did they design an environment for maximum focus and zero choices? By engineering the environment. They locked candidates in a brick box. This is the exam cell. It was a factual structure, 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters, bricks on three sides, a wooden board for a seat, another board for a table. Candidates are locked inside for 3 days and 2 nights. No phones, no talking, no leaving. You eat there, you sleep there, you use that bucket there for 72 hours. Your brain gets bored after an hour. Too bad. You cannot choose to check messages because they do not exist. There are no easy choices. When an environment offers infinite easy choices, like your modern room, the instinctive brain always wins. But when the environment offers only 2 options, stare at a wall or write the exam, the logic brain can easily choose the exam. The ancient Chinese used bricks to brute force the brain into focus. They engineered an environment where willpower was not needed. Okay, so the Chinese figured it out 1,000 years ago. But you are not an ancient student, and you probably don't want to smell your own waste for 3 days. How can you use this factual trick in your modern, stupid life? I will give you a different, far more aggressive modern recipe that actually forces your brain to submit. Stop making excuses about your lack of motivation and start using environmental engineering. If your brain is undisciplined, your environment must be structured. You need to trap your future self. The ancient Chinese used bricks to remove choice. In the modern world, we use a psychological tool called the Ulysses Pact, or a commitment device. The goal is simple: make a decision now that makes it impossible for you to make a lazy choice later. Forget trying to be motivated. Trap yourself into working. Here is the literal 3-step recipe. Don't just watch this video. Actually do this. Step 1. Location. Do not try to work where you sleep or where you relax. Your brain associates those places with energy conservation. Leave. Go to a library, an empty classroom, or literally a corner of your house facing a blank wall. Don't work facing a window. Don't look at anything interesting. Step 2. Choice removal. You cannot rely on your logic brain when it gets tired. Use technology to coerce it. Download an app blocker that allows you to set a schedule or a strict lock. Don't just block social media. Block the whole internet if you can. Set the lock for the next 2 hours. The critical part: make the password known only to someone else, or hide the password in a difficult place. Don't give yourself the option to turn it back on. Trapped. Step 3. Physical commitment. If your phone is in the same room, you will grab it. Put it in another building if you can. But if you can't, use a physical commitment device, like a timed lockbox. Put your phone in the box, set the timer for 2 hours, and lock it. Your instinctive brain will panic. Too bad, you cannot open it. The bricks have been placed. Now, your only options are: stare at your blank laptop screen in a boring room for 2 hours, or do the work. The brain will choose the work just to avoid the agonizing boredom. You engineered an environment where laziness is impossible. So, stop waiting for a feeling. Trap yourself into action and fix your environment. The ancient Chinese forced themselves to focus with less than half of your technology and a whole lot more bricks. If you fail, it is purely because you are undisciplined and refusing to build a simple, structured environment for your weak mind.